Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
All right. There we go. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Backstage Hall Pass, brought to you by Hall Around Town Radio. It's good to have you with us today. Hope you're out there having a great day on a Monday. Let's see who's checking in today. Marie is in the house. Rob Paisley, how you doing? Doug, how are you, man? Douglas Hunt, good to have you with us. What's going on? You doing all right? Hope you're doing all right. Oh, let's see what we got going on here. Mr. Dave Worthington's got to say today. Oh, he's bringing it in today again. He is. He's bringing in the comedy, as always. What's he calling me today? The Larry King of Southern Ohio. Well, isn't Larry King dead? Yeah. Well, that's all I got to say about that. What's going on, people? Hi, Carrie. Thanks for dropping in today. Hey, we'll wait for a few people to catch up with the live. We're a little late getting on here, thanks to the Book of Face, as usual, and allowing us access today. But we're getting there. You know, it's a problem when you use another platform to go live on their platform. They want you to go live just right off their stuff, and it's interesting how it all works out. Steve Stein in the house from the Times. Thank you for dropping in. Jay Clark from the Jay Clark Band is here with us today. Yes. Good having you all here. It is. Got to move some documents around here on the old screen so I can see what I'm doing. Maybe. There we go. That'll help. All right. Let's see who else is checking in out there. Anybody else with us today? I'm looking here. Scotty Collins is in the house. Thanks, Scotty Collins, for being here today. Welcome, guys, to your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more. And we are going to bring you some good stuff today, our weekend in review, and hopefully talk about what some other people posted on our page. And if anybody is out there and would like to call in today, you know, you're welcome to call in as well. We'll get you involved, and we'll give you that phone number to call in on in just a little bit. But right now, as we say, if you haven't dropped us a comment yet on our page, drop it here and tell us who you saw play this weekend. We would love to have you. We would. Let's see who else is dropping comments here. Mr. Donald Hall, my brother from another mother, is here. Good to see you, my friend. Gary Schultes, the CEO of the Simmons Sanctuary, is watching. Yes. And there's Derek from the Marsha Brady Band. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope to bump into you again soon. We do. Yeah, the Marsha Brady Band, guys. Check them out. Definitely check them out. All right, let me see what I can do about getting up the phone number so you guys can write it down. And when we're ready for calls, we'll take calls today. If you want to call in and report in on anything over the weekend, if I can find that damn banner. I don't know. Maybe it's not here. Maybe it's missing in action. I don't know, people. Who knows? How y'all doing, though? Somebody give me a comment on how you're doing out there. Let me know what's shaking in your world today and what's going on a Monday. There it is right there. Yes, weekend update time. You can call, and I'll post that up again in a little bit, and I'll tell you when we're ready to take your calls today. If you want to call in and let us know something about who you saw over the weekend, I'd love to hear some other folks chime in today. Yeah, what else we got? Here's Glenn from The Wanderers on our YouTube channel. Thank you, Glenn, for being our one YouTube viewer today. Good to have you there. Chris Reese in the house from the Dat Band. Mrs. Hall Around Town checking in with her Celtic icon. There's Rachel Sutherland. Thank you for being here, Rachel. We appreciate you. Dave Worthington. Yes. What's he got? I gotta make this bigger so I can read it because my eyes are just shot. They are. Let me do that. There we go. Maybe that'll help. Needs info on what's the best parking idea for the Icon Music Center in Cincinnati. Can anybody help Dave Worthington out with that? He's going Friday night. Somebody post in the comments parking options to get to the Icon. Your best bet for parking. That's what we're here for. Help them out. Kara says it's cold and rainy in Lebanon. It is. Cold and rainy in Springboro, too. It is. Vicky Smith, how are you? Thank you for stopping by today. God, we got a lot of people checking in. I'm trying to get to your comments, but I also want to get to our weekend in review, guys. There's a lot to talk about. And Kara says they have their own lot and it's cheaper than some of the parking garages. So there you go, Dave Worthington. A little help right there. And Gary's going to see Ace Frehley Saturday evening at Lawrenceburg Event Center. I hear that's a fantastic show that Ace is putting on right now. Yes. Hi, Kevin O'Neill. Thanks for dropping in. Good to see you. Liars for Hire at Cats on Saturday. Getting a shameless plug in there, Todd is, before we do our show on Thursday. And incidentally, next week, guys, our Who's Playing Out show will be brought to you on Wednesday of next week. Thursday is our normal day, but next week it'll be Wednesday. It'll be this Thursday for sure. And then we'll bring it to you Wednesday, the day before St. Patty's, because I'm going to be out on St. Patty's Day and running around. So we're not going to do a show that day, but we'll get all the players that are playing St. Patty's Day listed on Wednesday, so you have a chance to plan for that as well. Vicky says Dayton is cold. I agree with that. And Vernon says Scripps parking garage was a 1 mile walk for Alice Cooper. There you go. I don't know if Dave Worthington can make it a mile. You know, he likes to ride in a car. He does. What's up, Dave Wade? From DV8 and Dreamboat Annie fame and Bell and the Bear Jam Night and anything else we can throw in there about Dave Wade today. All around good guy that he is. And Jay says Ace has a superstar band. Yeah. I've heard that. I've heard the show is really good. I've not seen it, but Gary will expect a full report on that one for sure. And I think it'll be good. I think it will. All right, let's talk about who we saw over the weekend. I want to talk about who we saw over the weekend, and then we want you to tell us who you saw over the weekend. So if you can throw it in the comments today, guys, we'd appreciate it. If you haven't posted it already in our listing that we called for this morning, we'd love to have you posted in the comments today. So please get it in there if you can. I'm looking for things here. I'm lost today. My screens are all backwards. Oh, well, it's the way it works. It's the way it works. It is. Did some of you get your apparel that you ordered online? That's what we want to know, too. If you got the apparel, the All Around Town apparel that says support local music on the backside of it, we'd appreciate you taking a picture of it somewhere and sending it to us. And also today, if you saw somebody played music over the weekend, drop us a comment right here. If you haven't done so already, like I said, on our page, please drop one down right here as we go live today. And if you're watching after the fact, guys, you can do it too. So please comment and we'll respond to your comments and like your comments and do all those fun things. So I want to talk about last Thursday night for a minute. Last Thursday night, we did the Bell and the Bear Jam, as we often do on a Thursday. And what a night it was. Had a great time. The house band was on their game. They were amazing. Things like a variety of songs, too. I mean, you can go all kinds of places. One of the highlights for me with the house band was Billy Joel, I'm Moving Out. They did that, Mr. Cuesta, on that one. And the host of that night are Jim Cuesta, Kevin Cooper, Jamie Combs, Kathy Laverde, and occasionally some other guest hosts who are going to be in, and especially on St. Patty's night. They've got a huge lineup coming in on St. Patty's evening. So if you're out and about in the daytime, pace yourself and get to the Bell there. Yes, get to the Bell there. Let's see who else is commenting here. What's going on? Got all kinds of people checking in. Well, there's Uncle Dallas. How are you? How you doing? Hope things are well with you as well. I enjoy your videos. My Uncle Dallas has a zoo in his backyard, the zoological park where the deer come for dinner. It's Pretty wild. It is. Hi, Julie. Yes, I can't have my show on St. Patrick's Day. It's a national holiday for me. But yeah, we're gonna do it the day before, really, because we're not gonna do live shows this year like we did. We did 4 spots last year, and it was tough to get around to those and get in and get set up and do the shows. And frankly, by that time of the day, people are already partied out, and so we didn't quite jump on that one this year. But we are going to go out and about and enjoy ourselves, and that we're looking forward to that. So we'll bring you Who's Playing Out a day early next week. Vicky, how are you? Said the 4 of you went to see Noah Back in Eaton for his CD release party. And, Noah Back is awesome. He really is. I'm glad you got to see him. He is incredibly talented, and I got to hear his CD. I do. I've not had a copy of that yet, so I'm going to have to hear it. Everybody say hi to my dad who's checking in. He says if he was any better, they'd name a road after him. I think they did. Didn't they? There are roads. All roads lead to All Around Town Radio, though. They do. Hi, Paul Likovitz. How's things today? Where are you hanging out today, Paul? Chris Reese. Got to pace myself on Patty's Day. Me too, buddy. Going to be out and about. I don't know. I got to find a designated driver for that day if I'm going to be partaking. Otherwise, I end up being the driver. And that means I don't partake, but I do go out and have fun, and it is still fun. Yes, Paul, I did not get my tickets to the Chicks yet, nor will I ever in the history of time have tickets to their show. That's all I got to say about that. Hi, Billy from White Knuckle Weekend. Thanks for being here. Paul Likovitz says he's working. Okay. Hi, Carrie. Good to have you with us. Yes, the buzzer button for Paul Likovitz comment. You know what? I need to have that thing ready to go. I always have to skip over to a page for that one because I don't normally use it on this show. But for Paul, we will. Yeah, there you go, Paul. That's what I think about the Chicks. What's up, Doug Drew? How are you? And Jimmy Kilroy in the house. Hope you got your tire changed the other day, Jim. Didn't like to hear that while that was going on throughout the show. So we're talking about the Bell and the Bear Jam, part of what we did last Thursday. And then I'm going to review everybody's comments today. I'm going to bring the comments to you that people posted on our page. So again, if you're out there watching the show live, throw in a comment about who you saw play over the weekend and where you saw them play. We want to give the venues as big a shout out as the musicians if we can. But some things that went on, TJ Weddington, he stepped up to the plate at the Jam. And, you know, I love TJ, and he was like wicked good. Speaking of wicked, wicked good that night. TJ did a great job doing some AC/DC. He did TNT and great stuff. Tom Stevenson came up, did 3 AC/DC songs, which I predicted, by the way, that he'd do. Just saying, 3 AC/DC songs. And Chris Rook also in the house that night. Man, he was the sensual sounds of Chris Rook. He did a version of Wicked Games, again, Chris Isaac tune that had faces melting in the audience. He did. It was great stuff. And Thursday night, lots of great players. Chris Reese in the house from the DAT Band, Chelsea Calloway, many, many, many more who play on Thursday nights at the Bell. It's an awesome evening. If you haven't been there, I highly suggest you visit. And speaking of the Bell, we're going to be there Wednesday night. I'll be there with Name That Tune trivia. It's a blast. It's a fun game. It's action-packed, fast-paced. I'd love to see some of you show up down at the Bell. If you're down in the Cincinnati area, come on in, play the game, free to play. It's a great time every Wednesday that I'm there. And we're there on the 9th, which is this week. We'd love to see you. Doug Drew from DV8 in the house. Good to see you, my friend. It is. And yes, Corky, I'm going to talk about you here in just a moment, Corky. Stick around. John Barry, rainy days and Mondays always get me down. They do. And Kevin McCoy saw Eric Sears on stage. Kevin, I hope you had a great show, or 2 shows this weekend, I think you had. Hope you had a good one down at the Barrel in Springboro and wherever else you might have played. I don't remember right off the top of my head. Dewey saw the Chris Rook videos on Cricket's page. Yeah, he's it's different. Yeah, Chris Rook. I mean, he gets up there and he tends to wow the women. I'm sure Chris Reese has some. Says no jam this week. Back-to-back shows Friday and Saturday. Got to save the pipes, he said. I get that. Yeah, you need to do that. And Some great stuff, Chris. Looked like you had a great show at the Monkey Bar, too. Can I say that? Every time I say Monkey Bar, we get censored. For some reason, they don't like that. Even in the comments, they get hidden by the Book of Face. And it's a venue, but that's just the way it works. It is. So Bell and the Bear Jam, that was our Thursday night. I want to move into Friday, though. Hustled to get to this show because it was a 6 to 8 p.m. show. And, you know, I've mentioned the Standard Country Time Band several times as they play every Wednesday at Pullman Lanes down in Hamilton. They do a matinee show from 1 to 3. And if you like old school country, if you like Merle and Floyd Kramer and people like that, that they're doing, they dig deep, man. And Fair and Young. And there's a whole lot of great old country songs that these fellas are playing in the Standard Country Time Band. And I got a chance to see him at a little place I didn't even know existed called Hunter Pizzeria in Hunter, Ohio, which is, but thanks to Kara, told me it's between Franklin and Lebanon on Route 122. And we didn't get there till like 7:30. The show was over at 8. Didn't get a chance to get out early and had hoped to, but didn't. But what I caught of it, we had a blast. And again, those guys are so friendly and so nice and so appreciative of what we do here at All Around Town Radio. And we're appreciative of them too, because I walked into them giving me a shout out and they didn't even know I was coming because Mike Trent was in the house and Mike had mentioned he heard about it on All Around Town Radio and they were giving us a little shout out. So thank you for that, guys. I appreciate it. Corky, it was great to see you. Got some good pictures I'll post later tonight of the weekend events and you guys will be in that. And Hunter Pizzeria had some great food, had a sandwich there that was awesome. And, a little Italian steak sandwich and some things. You know, I like groceries. So, it was good stuff. Let's see what we got. Food truck sold out by 7:30. Venue sold out by 9:30. Great time, Chris Reese said, this weekend at the MBG, as we'll call it. Good stuff. If you're out there, guys, please make a comment. Let us know you're in the house. We'd love to hear from you. I'm looking to see who's popping up here. Kevin McCoy, you still out there? Anywhere? Corky's watching. I see that. Well, Corky, you're welcome for the visit, man. I enjoyed being there, and Mrs. All Around Town enjoyed it as well. We told a lot of friends about it. Hopefully, next time you're there, first Monday, I think, of the month, they play there from 6 to 8 p.m., Hunter Pizzeria. So if you guys are into getting a dose of old school country, you can catch them there, or you can catch them at Pullman Lanes every Wednesday from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. If you're not working, get on down there. So that was our first part of Friday night. Friday night later, though, we took in Jacob Gaither and our good friend Nick Winters. And Jacob Gaither and Nick Winters were playing at Mr. Burroughs Tavern. And Nick, formerly of 9/8 Central, we'd seen him in that group many times, and they were good. They were so much fun. Played a little song that got a little risque, but Mr. Burroughs is not a family place. It's 21 and up, so that was cool with that, and the crowd loved it. But and it was a mashup of a bunch of songs. But these guys, they complement each other so well. I will say Jacob and Nick, just the harmonies, one singing lead, the other one singing harmony. It's really some cool stuff. And if you like country music, or especially like 90s country, they're doing a lot of that. And what was funny is to see, how well they could just trade off the lead role. And, Nick would sing lead and play a little rhythm guitar, and then Jake would sing harmonies and play some lead guitar on it and play an acoustic. But it was a good show, and we had a great time with them. Many, many fun songs that they put on, and we enjoyed being there with those guys at Mr. Burroughs Tavern. So big shout out if you ever get a chance to see them. Nicholas Winters and Jacob Gaither, they come from Indiana. They came over here to play, and it was a good time. And Corky says, first Friday night. Did I say that wrong? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, first Friday night of the month at Hunter Pizzeria for the Standard Country Time Band. And thanks to Corky, Butch, and company, everybody, for being so friendly and accommodating. We appreciate you guys very much. I got to throw in what Glenn said. He saw two great shows this weekend. Friday night, the Turned Up Band at Miami Valley Gaming, where Glenn sent me some pictures. He was there in his All Around Town apparel. We appreciate that. and Saturday night at Mutt's with Don't Tell Steve. And since you mentioned that, let me mention that our thoughts and prayers go out to Stephanie Maples, who had some vocal surgery today, and we hope she bounces back bigger and better than ever because she's got an amazing voice. And Stephanie had to have some vocal surgery done. So we're thinking about her. We hope she recovers fast and they get back to playing as quickly as possible. And we'll see how that process goes. But Stephanie, if you're out there, or Steve, if you're watching this later on, our thoughts are with you guys, and hope everything works well. I'm sure it will. All right, what else we got here? Mark Robinson listening on his way to gymnastics. Michaela's gymnastics. Michaela is adorable. She really is, Mark. And Sweet Sister Mercy, we're trying to work out the logistics to get them on a Wednesday with the band. I love those guys, and we want to get them on here. Maybe if we can keep Mickey awake long enough, Mark, we'll do that. He tends to sleep through my interviews. That's an inside joke for those of you that don't know. But yeah, Sweet Sister Mercy, good stuff. So that was our Friday night. Now, Saturday did something a little different. Our son, Sam, who's in town and here now, wanted to celebrate something. So we went out and took the day and did the Dayton Ale Trail. That there's a little book. You get it stamped at each one of these places. And I forget, I think there's 28 locations or something. So we didn't do all of them, obviously, in one day, but we did a bunch and took most of the day from noon till about 6:30 or 7 o'clock. To do that. I had great plans to go other places, but it just didn't work after being out drinking craft beer all day. So we kind of stayed in on Saturday night. But the fun was seeing all these places. It was a beautiful day, 75 degrees. And man, I know craft beer is popular, but you wouldn't have believed these breweries. We started in Yellow Springs, and they had the coolest guitar display of all these painted guitars. I'll post it on our page later tonight. You get to see the pictures of it. All these guitars and things that are on the wall there. That it's like artwork, and really, really good stuff. And hi, Chris saying hooray beer. Yeah. And I was driving, so I obviously didn't indulge as much as most people did, but there were some good ones out there. I had a really cool beer at a place called Grainworks. And I only had a little sample of it. It was a little tiny thing, like a 2-ounce pour or something like that. But it was called Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cartoons and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And it tasted like Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. That could be a problem. It could. That could be a real problem. But that's what we did on Saturday. And took, every once in a while, I got to take a little night off of live local music. And there was so much to do. And folks, if you're out there, don't be offended if I don't make it to your show. I get so many people send me invites each week and say, please come to our show up. So we'll talk about it on Monday. My goal is to get all the other folks on our street team out there talking about things and have people call in and help us get the word out about who was playing in places. And yes, Chris Reese says his favorite place, Grainworks. Oh, you've been there, Chris. You got to tell me next time you're coming up this way to do that. And maybe it wasn't Grainworks. No, you know what? It wasn't Grainworks. I'm sorry. I misspoke. I'm thinking of a great music venue, Grainworks, where they play music, and that's down near Westchester. But this was the Wandering Griffin. I'm sorry, Wandering Griffin in Beaver Creek. But we'll give Grainworks a big plug too, because I love those people there. Chris Barr says, Chris Reese, I was hangry. Okay. And time change Saturday night. Yes, time in a bottle. Spring forward Saturday night, guys. Lose an hour. Keep that in mind, people. Well, we'll remind you of that on Thursday also, but that'll be going on. Do want to talk, though, about all your comments, and we will take, if somebody wants to call in today and call in and report on anything. I was hoping to get somebody who could report in on the Chucky Memorial over the weekend. Chuck's memorial that went on in the concert in his memory. That's what I was really hoping to do today, and I kind of put the feelers out and couldn't get a hold of anybody that was there. So if anybody that was there wants to call in, we'll take that, or we'll take any calls today. Let me get the number here for you if I can get it up on the screen somewhere right there. If anybody wants to call, give us a call. I'll set the phone up right now to come into the board. Hopefully, if you call in at that number, 937-479-5839, we'll take your call. We will. Let me see here if I can get it. We are connected. Okay. We're connected and ready. So somebody that wants to call in, feel free. We'll take it. 937-479-5839 if you want to talk about any music show you saw over the weekend. While we're doing that, I'm going to mention some other folks who wrote into the show. We had a bunch of them. Rhonda Vinson wrote in, said she saw Ben and Pete at Jane's on Main this weekend. That's in Miamisburg. And like I said, guys, call in 937-479-5839. I know most of you are watching on your phones and you don't want to jump off and do that, but I'd be glad to take your call if you want to give somebody a big shout out. Miss Jennifer Cuesta, Jim Cuesta's lovely bride, said they were joined by Mr. and Mrs. Baker and the Naughty Pine on Saturday to see Crown Watts. That's a hell of a show. That's a good one. Corona J. Buffett went to Bachfest, two good bands, Just Add Beer Band and the Clobberheads. I love the Clobberheads, man. They are a party and a half. Yes, and if you like the German music and this and that, polka type music and those kind of things, the Clobberheads do it. And they play some really cool versions of songs too, new hits and things like that. It's kind of fun. Chris Reese went to saw the Cincinnati Beer Band at Bachfest. He said a good time. Speaking of beer, Chris Reese. Catherine Greer, Hot Cargo, she said over the weekend. And Connie Daly saw Dana Farley and Dennis Rodman, she said. Wow, is that like Dennis Rodman, the basketball player, but better? Call in, people. Somebody call. 479-5839, 937 area code. 937 area code 479-5839. We'll take your call if you want to call in and chat today. Jennifer Long, Amy Newhart at Billy's Saturday night. She got to see. Terry O'Neill saw Excalibur at Jim and Jack's. She said it was a wild time. St. Hellion was seen by Phyllis Gehring at the Courtyard Lounge in Inglewood. That sounds like a plan. Ed Sawicki went to the Bell and the Bear Jam on Thursday, caught the interns at the Bell and the Bear on Friday, and then took an unexpected trip out of town, so didn't see any music like we did on Saturday night. Chris Ellison saw Tool in Columbus, Tool concert last night there. Bill Allred was at the MBG with Vinyl Countdown Friday night and the DAT Band Saturday evening. He said two great bands. Thank you, Bill, for that. Appreciate that. Let me see what the comments are doing here, too. Checking out the comments. Yes, Glenn, you are part of the street team. You are. And you always report in your music. Yes. Chris Reese says, sad trombone. Okay. Hashtag. What else we got? What else? Is that the want? Is that the sad trombone? I think something like that. I think I got that somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I got the sad Prices Right thing. I don't have the want on here right now. I don't. Let's see what else we got. Lori, Jay, and I had their first show on Saturday at Froggy's, Jimmy's New Invention. So book some future shows there. That's good. Thank you, Lori, for that. Glad you enjoyed your night at Froggy's, sponsor of our Who's Playing Out segment on Thursdays. Doug saw Crown Watts Friday and Billy Rock Saturday. Thank you, Doug. Must have had a weekend off from the DV8 camp, and the Dreamboat Annie going to be busy the next 2 weekends. I know I'm going to be there to see Dreamboat Annie on Saturday next week, I hope. The times at Devil Wind Brewery. Steve, I missed you by about 2 hours. I had no idea you were playing there. They need posters on the wall or something. Had no idea. We were there on Saturday and missed you. We did. And I would have stayed to see you for a bit. And Julie said, saw Jason Roy and Vaughn Sutherland at Heroes. They were awesome, she said. Thank you for that, Julie. Appreciate that. I still don't have anybody call in. You people are really being lame today on the call in. We could use some call ins. 937-479-5839. Come on, do it. Here it is again. I'll post it on the screen. Operators are standing by right now as we speak. Where's somebody with some guts that wants to give a full report on who they saw over the weekend? I'm waiting, Bueller. You know, what usually happens when we do this is this is what happens here somewhere. Where is it? Right here. Yes. We get ghosted. Ghosted. Really? It's the truth. 937-479-5839. Last chance before we do. I'm going to get back to the list, though. We have a great list today of people writing in, our street team people. Six String Hustle. Matthew Allen saw Seven West Music and Jason Roy at Knollwood Tavern, and Benny Bodine at Heroes Pizza House. Said everybody does nice work, put on really fun shows. Looking forward to the next time. Gary saw a Pantera tribute band. Gary and Kiss Army, imagine that. Tribute band Saturday night at the Blue Note. Thank you for that, Gary. Appreciate it. Maria Romano said the Gamut Friday at Trillions and Pandora Effect on Saturday at Trillions. She's hanging out at Trillions for the weekend. Peggy Brzezinski, I think is the way, Brzezinski or something like that, said, don't tell Steve. Ed Mutz, Steph was on fire and awesome. Thank you for that, Peggy. Bonnie said she saw Boombox, the Highway House. Excellent band. That is Bonnie Levens. Robert Malley. Man, Robert saw Sonny Mormon at the Dugout, and Saturday saw Pal and the Troublemakers at the Pike. There's that. Anybody else have any? Drop them in the comments there today, guys. We'd love to see your comments. I'm looking here. Dirk Turner from Crying Out Loud has joined the party. And here comes a call. Stand by. Let's take the call, people. Hi, you're on the air. Who am I talking to? Hold on a minute. Let me get you on here. Run it by me again.
Scott, this is George Ford from the Strange Love Band.
How you doing, George?
Fantastic. How you doing, my friend?
Good. What'd you do over the weekend, buddy?
Well, I went to see my good buddies over at the Moonbird in Dry Ridge, Kentucky, Saving Stimpy. They ended their run after 22 years, and it was a jam-packed house. Everybody turned out to support them. It was a good time.
Wow. 22 years, you say?
22 years.
That's
Saving Stimpy.
That's a long time for a band to be together. I mean, most of us know what the longevity of a band usually is. So that's amazing stuff. What'd they play, man?
They've been around Northern Kentucky, mostly, for all their years. They just do a lot of typical cover songs, and they've had various members in and out of the band over the course of time, and most of them came out Saturday night and got up and played. This is a love fest, pretty much.
Cool.
I've filled in for them. I've filled in for them a number of times over the years. I've filled in on drums whenever they needed someone.
Anything that stood out to you? Any songs or anything that stood out to you that night that like they went out with a bang with?
Nothing really in particular now.
I was hoping you'd have a good one, like something they
I'm
slayed.
sorry, I don't have anything juicy. I just wanted to call in because you said somebody call in, so I'm stepping up for you, Scott.
George, thanks for stepping up, man. The rest of these gutless people out there are just watching. They're just voyeurs. That's all they're doing is watching, and we'll give them hell for not calling in. But I appreciate it. What's going on with your band?
Well, I'll give a shameless plug for my band. This Saturday, we are at Club Trio. And then next week, St. Patrick's Day, the 17th, that Thursday evening, we'll be at Monkey Bar.
And tell everybody how they can find you guys on social media, will you, George?
You can go on Facebook and like the page, or you can go to strangeloveband.net.
Strangeloveband.net.
Yes, sir.
Not brandyspretty.net or any of that, just Strange Love Band.
Strange Love band.net, and be careful with typing that in on the computer there, because Strange Love, you never can tell what might pop up. If you hit the wrong button or something, I'm not responsible for that.
Yeah, be careful, especially if you're at work and you're searching for Strange Love. Be careful what pops up on the screen.
That's right.
Click on the band, man. Don't click on anything else. Strange Love Band. Throw that in there at the end, because who knows what could come up if you say Strange Love. But it's good that you called. I appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, Scott. You have a good evening, my friend.
All right,
I'll talk to you later.
You too, brother. I'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, there you go, guys. George from Strange Love. And what a great band. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, guys, we're wrapping it up here. I got a few more to throw in. Jenny Compton Smith saw Sweet Sister Mercy at Club Trio, she said. So I want to give her a big shout out for that. James Marcos saw the Pontoons at Chappie's in Milford. And Dave and Donna Thomas saw Be Caged at the Miamisburg Moose, and Authorized Personnel Saturday at the VFW in Kettering. Rick and Trina Olendeck saw Don't Tell Steve, said it was a great time. Scott Smock, Trouble with Tina at Miller's Fill-In. Keith Warwicks saw Heath Bowling, Vaughn Sutherland, Michael May, Tiffany May, Benny Bodine, Brian Scott, Alexandria Gray, all at Good Time Charlie's. I think that was Heath hosting the open jam that night. So cool stuff. So that's what's on our list, guys. Thank you so much. This has been our Monday live report here from All Around Town Radio. We appreciate you being with us today. And what's going on? Thank you, Kevin McCoy. You have a good week, too. Call me sometime, my friend. We'll chat. I'm ready to see you go to number one. And I'm still, one day, I'm going to ride on that tour bus with you as we're going across the country on world tour. We'll go live from the tour bus. We will. Thank you so much. Kevin McCoy, guys, check him out. He's got some great music out there as well. All right, we got to run out of here. We appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow with Top 5 Tuesday. Tuesday night at Mr. Burroughs Tavern. I'm there every Tuesday with Trivia Night. I'd love to have you stop in. We have a blast, 4 rounds of trivia. Good stuff. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate you. Thank you, Kara. Good night. And Kevin says that would be something. That's not, don't say that would be something. That's going to be something. We're going to be starting something, to coin a Michael Jackson phrase. We are. So, yeah, we're out of here, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Tuesday night, like I said, trivia, Mr. Burroughs. Wednesday, for those of you in the Cincinnati market, stop out to Bell and the Bear and have a little fun with us with Name That Tune. I think you'll enjoy it if you stop in and try it. We'd appreciate you being there for sure. Thanks so much, guys. We'll catch you next time. Until then, Scott Hall, All Around Town Radio. I'm out of here.